Hi, welcome back. I wanted to share with you today something that I think we all as doctors find challenging, and that is to balance our time and to remain productive. Do as little we can and achieve high quality of however much we can for as little effort as possible. So one of the things I want to say first is understand your own rhythm and work with it. If you are a morning person, if you are a lark, like my husband, or you are a night person, like me, an owl, those are your best productive times. So honor them, accept them, and do your best work through those times as much as you possibly can. The next thing is to honor your values and your beliefs. Do you actually care about this thing that you are trying to get done? Is it actually going to get you to where it is you want to go? A little bit more on that later. Brian Tracy wrote this amazingly titled book, which I can't remember the full title of, but essentially part of it was eat the frog first. And if you detest frogs the way my daughter detests frogs, you understand what it is he's trying to say. The most difficult task, the one you really don't want to do, the one that takes the most out of you, but the one you need to get done, get it done first. Makes sense? The next thing, which links back to the value system, eliminate as many frogs as you can. Why are you doing this? Do you need to be doing this? Can you delegate this? Can you eliminate this? Does it match? Is it just draining you? You don't need to do it. Get rid of the frogs. Swallow as many. Swallow as little. Don't swallow frogs if you don't need to. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So obviously I'm not going to discuss every productivity method, like there are things out there like the Pomodoro and Kaizen methods of productivity. I'm not going to discuss those. I'm just going to give you a little tip on 3 of them. I'll just share my screen with you here that I have found most useful for myself. And we'll talk about those ones in a little bit. Right. So getting back to the value system. What is distraction and what is traction, right? What is going to get you from where you want to be to from where you are to where you want to be, right? And I found this was one of the most useful tactics for prioritizing my day and my life. What do I need to get done and how is it going to benefit me the most? It sounds a little selfish, but in the grand scheme of things, this is how you really need to be thinking. Distraction versus traction. Okay? So the next thing we're going to think about, we're going to just go through these very quickly because, you guys kind of know what this is about. The Eisenhower Matrix. This is a well-known little nugget. Dwight Eisenhower made some cryptic comment once that somebody managed to turn into this very useful matrix. So important and urgent, you need to focus on those. Those probably include your frogs, things you really don't want to get done. You've got an exam coming up, you need to study, you got to do it, right? The next one is to schedule the tasks that are important, but not time sensitive. So you're studying for your exam, but you would really like to do an audit. So you need to get your audit done, right? So it's important, you need it, but you don't need to do it right this minute. Now, this is where it gets a little bit funny, number 3, where it's urgent but not important. And those are the things you can delegate. And I find that those things tend to be the things that you really genuinely can't do for yourself. Somebody can't study for you, but somebody can go take out the trash or pay the internet bill or whatever, and you will, hopefully it's somebody that you don't need to owe, but if you do, I don't know, I was cheap. Coffee always worked for me, right? And then there's the non-important and the non-urgent. Now, again, sometimes when you look at this matrix, it talks about eliminate them. Now, you can't always eliminate something that is not important but not urgent. So be very careful with this one. Don't just toss everything in the trash, right? You might need to be avoiding them and you need to really put them on the back burner, but not necessarily eliminating them completely. This is one that I also found quite useful, the Kanban board. Now, what I really like about this is that it plays to how our psyche works. You know, it helps, the whole point of to-do lists is that they help reduce the anxiety associated with, I have all this stuff to do. It reduces the chaos of life, and that's what makes it really special. And it adds some structure. Now, some of you are there going, oh, but you know, I work really best under pressure. This to-do list doesn't work for me. Well, actually, in theory, you guys who are the active procrastinators tend to manage things fairly reasonably. And okay, fine, you work under pressure. That's great. It's the passive procrastinators that really struggle with this and need the structure. The second thing is there's a done section, and there's nothing, I mean, I don't know about you, but going tick is an amazing feeling. So this is what I like about the Kanban board. And it's really easy to use. You don't need anything special. You just need a piece of paper, really. And you got your to-do, you're doing, and you're done. Now, the thing about these things that I should have said right at the beginning, it's not enough to just go bank, email, mom. You need to be specific. You need to give yourself some detail, you know, and taking the time to write that detail kind of makes it cement itself in your mind just that little bit more, right? So the next one I want to show you that I really like, and it's for very similar reasons, is this one. So basically, it's, again, it comes back to this eat the frog thing a little bit. Sorry for all the people who don't like frogs. So the one big thing that you need to get done for the day, the one big thing, right? Get it done. Just get it done, get it out the way, right? Then you task sort of 3 little things that you need to get done, okay? It's good to do this the night before as well, because it gives you, it kind of settles your mind for the night. And in the morning, you kind of wake up with a bit more spark. So 3 medium things. And then you've got all the tiny little things that you can just knock off. I forget his name, Alan, somebody called it the 2-minute rule. If you've got a task to do and it's going to take you less than 2 minutes, just knock it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes, you've got it done. And the other thing about this, like the Kanban board, you get it done. You can tick it off and it looks really nice and you feel really good about yourself, right? So those are my 3 favorite sort of methods for putting together to-do lists. Increasing your productivity, your efficiency, getting things done and feeling good at the end of the day. And the other thing is, we don't realize how much we actually do accomplish. And having these little lists, although they're corny, and I know they're not everybody's cup of tea, and they didn't used to be mine either, it means at the end of the day, you feel a lot more accomplished. So these things, like everything, are not prescriptive. You know, you might have to reassess and reflect and reassess during the day, during the week, during the month. You need to be consistent, right? There's no point doing it on Monday and not on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. It's a habit, and like all habits, you know, to get it to be a habit, you have to keep doing it. You have to practice it. Remember to only focus on what you can control. That's really important. Don't put things on your list that you know you can't achieve that day, or, well, you need to put it on the list at some point, but don't set yourself up for failure, put it that way. The next thing is to surround yourself with people who understand what it is that you're trying to achieve. And if they don't understand it, maybe you need to explain it to them. And even if after you share that with them, things are not quite right, maybe you need to think about a different tactic. But make sure you surround yourself with people who are going to be uplifting and supportive and are going to help you tick those boxes. Okay, so I really hope this is useful to you, and take care. Feel good today. Remember, you can check me out wherever you need to check me out, on my Facebook page, Coaching for Dr. Pauline, on my Bolliv Thinks About page. The link at the end will have all the ways that you can get in contact with me. Feel good today. Use your power of passion and purpose. Make your to-do list, and I will see you next time. So take care now. Bye.